Back to that breaking news overnight in Daytona Beach. 3 people shot outside of a restaurant.
And now police are trying to piece together what led to that gunfire and find whoever pulled the trigger. Johnny Fernandez is live outside of the Crab Stop on International Speedway Boulevard near Nova Road. Johnny, what do we know at this hour?
Well, Kirsten, we know at least one person is recovering at the hospital, and police say that all 3 people involved in the shooting, they're all expected to be okay. Their injuries are non-life threatening. Now, I want to show you guys the parking lot here at the restaurant. You can see that there is still crime scene tape all over this parking lot, and police are still here almost 7 hours after this whole thing took place. Now, police say that they received a call about the shooting just before 10 o'clock last night. When they arrived here, police say that they discovered several shell casings on the ground here at the parking lot, and 2 out of the 3 people that were shot on scene were being treated by rescue crews. Moments after they arrived, police say that the 3rd person who had been shot called 911 saying that he had been shot in the leg and he was being taken to the hospital. Police say it appeared that this shooting may have started after some type of fight broke out here at the restaurant. But what is not clear at this point is that if the fight involved customers or employees here at the restaurant and who exactly fired the first shot. And we're coming back out live now. Like I said, police, they're still here on scene. They say that everyone involved in the shooting, they're expected to be okay. And as for the investigation, it's still ongoing. Police, they want your help. So if you have any information about what happened here, you are urged to contact Daytona Beach Police. Justin, Kirsten, back over to you guys.
All right, Johnny Fernandez reporting live. Now to the latest in the nightclub terror attack, and in just hours, Orlando is going to get a visit from the U.S. Attorney General.
Loretta Lynch is set to meet with first responders and family members of the victims, and it comes as businesses near the Pulse nightclub are set to get some relief. Parts of Orange Avenue are now back open for the first time since the deadly rampage more than a week ago. News 6 reporter Brittany Harris is live near the club for us this morning. And Brittany, not all lanes are open just yet, right?
Yeah, that's right, Justin. Good morning. Here on Orange Avenue, only northbound is open. That reopened late last night, but later today, the southbound lanes are expected to reopen, and that's a huge relief for businesses here in the area. Many of those businesses have been shut down for more than a week since the attack.
It's like hardly nothing, right now, because there's so much traffic and everything, but hopefully we're going to get through it.
Shirley Bronovitsky's bike shop is just steps from the Pulse nightclub in downtown Orlando. She was allowed to open her shop last Friday, but for other nearby businesses, today will be the first day they get inside.
You plan for some things, but something like this you don't ever plan for.
And no one planned for the worst mass shooting in U.S. history to happen right near their front doors. Investigators have spent days inside the club, retracing every step of the gunman's moves, and sadly marking where all the victims were found.
More than 600 pieces of evidence were obtained and processed from the crime scene.
And now, as that work at the crime scene begins to wrap up, the city is putting out a call to everyone to turn out and support the businesses in that area.
It is a vibrant community, a resilient community, and much of what you have seen in the last few days and hours has been a reminder that this community is still here and willing and working together to make this a safe place for our families and our visitors here.
And today the attention turns to U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch. She's set to arrive here later today to meet with victims of the attack and first responders. She's also going to be getting an update on the investigation and also talk with media around 2:15 today. We'll be streaming that live on News 6 as well as on our mobile news app. Back to you guys.
All right, Brittany, thank you so much. Meanwhile, we now have better insight into the horror that unfolded inside that club and what the gunman was doing inside. It's all part of newly released transcripts of calls between Omar Mateen, 911 dispatchers, and crisis negotiators. In those calls, Mateen repeatedly pledged his allegiance to ISIS. He called himself an Islamic soldier, told negotiators to stop bombing Syria and Iraq, saying that that's why he was, quote, out here right now. Despite the claims, though, investigators insist they don't believe he was connected to the terror group, but instead inspired by it.
The killer of 49 and the shooter of 53 others identified himself as an Islamic soldier who pledged allegiance to a terrorist organization which was bent on killing Americans. He does not represent the religion of Islam, but a perverted view, which based on what we know today was inspired by extremist killers.
The FBI initially took out all reference to ISIS in its transcripts of the call, but because of all the attention that received, they changed their mind later in the day. Among the lingering questions for Orlando Police Chief John Mina is whether police inadvertently shot any of the bystanders. Mina said yesterday that remains under investigation, but even if that was the case, those deaths would be on the gunman.